Yo, what is up? What is poppin'? What is going on, guys? It is your boy Sensei here, and one of the first videos I'm going to be dropping on Showverse. Of course, it's going to be random, but a lot of it is going to focus on the martial arts. And I thought I would continue the kind of McDojo route with talking about honestly, one of the fakest things of martial arts, which is the phenomenon of board breaking. So I have 5 board breaking fails in this video. Now, look, I am not talking bad on martial arts. It has been something that has helped me a lot in my life. It is something that continues to help me. I would not be on the path in life that I am on now if it was not for martial arts. But I will say that if there was a facet of martial arts that I wish did not exist, or wish people would stop putting so much emphasis on, like making it seem like these guys are so strong they can freaking slice through an entire building like they're Superman. It is the phenomenon of board breaking. So I have these 5 clips here. I'm gonna lead you in with these clips, and then we're gonna watch them, and we're gonna have ourselves a damn good laugh. So here we go with this first clip, and this clip seems to be a local news show, and that happens. I mean, when I was a kid, I was on the news a couple times for martial arts. Even when I was in my teens, for like the whatever schools was at, if they had a big name, I was on the screen helping them out with drills or doing forms or whatever. So I'm all for that. Support your school. Shouts out to all my martial arts instructors, whatever style it is, judo, karate, jujitsu, whatever. But guy comes on here and is a quote unquote kung fu master, and shouts out to all my real kung fu masters out there. I feel like that's one of the styles that gets like a really bad rap in the world, just because there's a lot of this going on. You know what I'm saying? But so the guy comes on. He has 3 stations of boards set up, and for those who don't do board breaking, stations are just basically the types of breaks that you're going to do. And he has these peculiar looking cinder blocks, and the reason why they look peculiar is because these are specifically made for breaking. They're basically breakaway bricks. So just like in like stunts, you would have a breakaway bottle, or you'd have a breakaway table, or something that is just designed to break, like in WWE and stuff. Things that are just designed to be broken if you apply a decent amount of pressure. And in this case, not much pressure at all. So the guy breaks the first brick, and then he proceeds to get ready for the second break. And the news guy is super impressed. And I honestly wonder if the news guy had to plan this, just because you never know. Because there's a lot of people out here in this world. You never know what someone may know. Because I'm not going to lie, I would probably have been that petty news guy. And I would just be like, let me just see how soft these bricks actually are. I've done martial arts, so you know what, I might have just did it. But so he proceeds to tap on the bricks and inevitably breaks them, and proceeds to bust out laughing. It's freaking hilarious. And the instructor, while he's getting laughed at, starts to get upset, and he's like, "Hey, stop, blah blah blah." Bro, look, man, you just showed how fake what you were doing is. This is an average Joe that just literally touched it with his finger, and this stuff crumbled like it was into dust, like it was nothing. So he gets all hot and bothered, all upset, and then, well, I wouldn't say he gets all hot and bothered, but he gets a little frustrated, and then he goes to the next one and tries to do the head break. Again, I don't know why people break things with their heads. Use your head is a very unique term, but it is not meant for board breaking. You do not need to be slamming your face into boards. So he does that, and then of course the news guy just keeps laughing as he's trying to end out the segment, and it ends up being hilarious. So number one, part of the reason why I think board breaking is one of the worst things in martial arts, because it's fake in a lot of ways, and things like this can happen, and you end up looking stupid, and you end up damaging the reputation of the arts as a whole. But that was a fun clip. I laugh at it all the time. I hope you guys do too. Now, let's get on for number 2. So clip number 2 is again another board breaking fail. This is again a phenomenon that I don't understand why it's so popular. I mean, well, I can understand why it's popular, because you're slamming your hand through this big mountain of bricks. So this guy has about, I think, maybe a 10, 15 brick setup. I don't even know. I'm not going to count them. But he has a ton of bricks there. And they have what's called spacers in between. Sometimes they're like little pencils, or they're little like sticks of wood or whatever, just to give you a gap between the bricks and stuff like that. And so he's getting ready to set up this break. He's just talking, hey man, these are a lot of bricks. He has his hand heavily taped up, and then he does the classic martial artist move where he just begins nice and slow, and he just and then proceeds to miss the whole damn thing. Okay, so number one, you need to work on your targeting. You should have paid attention more in class. And number two, if you think that you are going to be a master with breaking boards, you will surely be one who gets his ass beat. That is just a reference for you guys. My goodness. I mean, like, shout out to him for trying to put on a performance, but happens to the best of us. I mean, people have messed up during performances and things like that, but this, during board breaking, if you whiff the board completely, you'd be better off not breaking through than missing the boards completely. He just missed the freaking bricks completely. That is absolutely hilarious. And I'm not gonna lie, I do not feel bad for the guy. I mean, hey man, better luck next time. But again, brick and board breaking, it's just ridiculous. Number two. On to number three. So now this one, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bad. I feel like this is less about bad martial arts and more about bad parenting. So this little kid here, he has a piece of plywood. Now, again, I'm gonna tell you now, when you have martial arts bricks and board breaking ceremonies and stuff like that, the boards and the bricks are specially made for that. They're specially made to be broken when kicked or punched, or even sometimes bent. Like, so there's times where like you'll have a board and the kid can't break it, and if you apply enough pressure while the person's hitting the board, it's gonna snap in half. So this is definitely an example of bad parenting. So of course we're in the social media era, and this guy is recording his kid trying to headbang a brick in half, and it's just not working at all. First of all, no one's holding it. It's on two chairs, and I'm not gonna lie, I was guilty of this as a kid myself, so I could feel the kid's pain. But if you watch this, he's slamming his head repeatedly into this board, and nothing's happening, and it's just a sad sight to see, man. I mean, come on, man, raise your kid right. Don't have him bashing his head into these bricks and stuff. Oh my goodness. Number four. This one is actually this one's like probably super old, and I'm sure some of you guys have probably seen this one. This guy, what seems to be at a construction site of sorts, or just like a warehouse job or whatever he's doing. Shouts out to all my workers out there, working hard, making that money. But this guy has two pieces of wood. Now again, one key of board breaking is stability, having it stable so it doesn't move, so that you're able to break it and look cool. But this guy decides to put it on two tables, no stability, doesn't drill it down, doesn't do anything, and proceeds to slam his head violently against this. Like, it gives me a headache just watching this guy. He's just gonna keep slamming it, and then his amazing coworkers have decided, you know what, I can help, and I'm gonna hold this brick for my pal. And as you can see, he bashes his head once again, to the hilarity of the entire office. I know more people have that on recording, and I'm sure that dude had the biggest knot upside his head in the history of knots. And here we go, number five, to round it all out. And this one, I'm not gonna lie, this one kind of caught my attention, and it was just a fun one. Shouts out to The Sims video game, man, a classic game. I'm sure you guys have played it, but it is almost like a satire on fake board breaking. So this is a board breaking fail in game, bro. Like, this is pretty crazy. So the young lady sim, if you will, has her nice little swagged out uniform, nice all black with the yellow accents, you know what I mean, with the yellow sash on the side, and she is doing the classic, of course, the 1, 2, 3, and yeah, and she basically breaks her hand in the virtual world. But this is probably the only case in which board breaking is acceptable, because it is in the virtual world. Now before I close out, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, but I love the arts. I said it in the beginning, I will say it now, but board breaking in the arts is just it's just a finesse. Like it's not a real thing. Like Bruce Lee said, rest in peace, boards don't hit back. He was speaking facts, and especially nowadays with all the little demonstrations with these like paper thin boards, like you don't need any real power or any real skill to break through a lot of this stuff. So don't be mystified or intimidated because this guy is slamming his shoulder into like 50 bricks and all this other stuff. Now there are some great martial artists that just do that for recreation and do it for like demonstration and stuff. That's cool, but I just don't want you guys to be thinking that this is some magical technique. This guy is the Iron Man. He's super strong or whatever. He's just a regular guy doing martial arts and doing the worst kind of it. I don't know. I do not like board breaking at all. But with that being said, man, what do you think about board breaking? Are you a martial artist? Have you ever had to do it? What do you think about it? Have you ever failed at doing it? Meaning, have you ever got the bricks cut wrong? Have you ever like made wrong or like bought like actual like bricks? Have you gotten the wood cut wrong to where you're hurting your hand? Have you ever seen someone try to break through regular everyday objects with their face? I'm sure you have. Drop a comment down below, like and subscribe and all that. Big shouts out to Kai's Corner Production. And follow me on Twitter at sensei_global21 and all that good stuff, man. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching.
You can check out our website for all the content we produce.
Clicking all those YouTube buttons makes it so you see more content from myself and the other amazing creators at Kai's Corner Productions. All donations help us produce more stuff like that for you.
See you guys in the next one. Peace.